Hello. Today we're going to explore the very common question. If you're given 3 points in a coordinate plane, how do you find the lengths of the sides of the triangle they make? And then how do you determine the area of that triangle? Let's do this. Okay, so let's say you are told that you have these 3 distinct points in a coordinate plane. And the problem would like to know the lengths of the sides of the triangle that these 3 points create, and then the area of that triangle. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to plot these points so I have something visual to work with. Okay, so -2, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 1, and I'm going to go ahead and connect these. All right, and the first thing it wants are the lengths of these 3 sides. So I'm going to maybe name these points just to make my life easier. A, B, C. The first one I'm going to do is this right here, length AC, because I can see that it is the same vertical distance. I don't need to apply distance formula or anything, right? This is over 1, 2 in this direction, and then over another 1, 2, 3 in this direction. So this is a side length of 5. Now, for these other 2 sides, I'm going to use my distance formula. So for side AB, that's the length AB is -2 minus 2 squared plus 1 minus 3 squared. If this isn't familiar to you, go check out my video here on using the distance formula. But otherwise, I'm going to put these numbers together and find that this is -4 squared plus 2 squared, or the square root of 16 plus 4, or 2 root 5. And finally, I'm going to find BC, same method, which equals square root of 5. So those are my 3 side lengths. Now, it wants to know the area of this triangle. So I have some fancy footwork that comes from advanced trigonometry, my law of cosines that would allow me to work with knowing 3 sides but no angles. But before I pull out my big guns, I'm going to check and see if this is a right triangle. Because if this is a right triangle, then I can find my area very easily. So there are a couple methods that you could use to find if it's a right triangle. I could find the slope of these 2 lines and see if they are negative reciprocals of each other. That would tell me there's a right angle. Or I could do the Pythagorean theorem and see if it works out. That's the method I'm going to do. So I'm going to go, does a squared plus b squared equal c squared? So here I go. So does 2 root 5 squared plus root 5 squared equal 5 squared? Well, 2 root 5 squared, that's 2 squared times root 5 squared, that's 20. And root 5 squared, that's 5. And 5 squared, that's 25. That statement checks out. This is a right triangle. And since this is a right triangle, area is just 1/2 base times height, 1/2 2 root 5 times root 5. So there's my base and there's my height, or I could do it vice versa, right? Because multiplication is reversible. And so my area of this triangle is 5, right? Root 5 times root 5 is 5, times 2 is 10, times 1/2 is 5. And so that is how you go from having 3 points to finding side lengths and the area of the triangle. Okay, check out my other videos. Consider subscribing to my channel so you know when I put out a new video. Leave any questions in the comments, and as always, keep on mathing.